Alright, now that we've successfully created a new account and have our username and password ready, the next step is to sign in. Enter your email address, which will be your username, here. Since I've already set mine up, I'll simply enter the password. Once you've entered your login details, just click Sign In to continue. Once you've signed in, you'll be automatically redirected to the shop's main dashboard. From here, you'll be able to access all the main features and settings. For this example, we'll use a sample account that has already been registered. The first name is Thai, the surname is Citizen, and the storefront name we'll be using is Thai Massage Sydney. Now is to set up your daily business hours. This will allow customers to see your available operating times. Now, to access the Manage Business Hours section, simply click on this button right here. Once you enter the menu, you'll see the full list of business days, from Monday through Sunday. From there, you can easily set and manage your operating hours for each day. Let's take Monday as an example. If your shop is open on Monday, you can enable Accept Online Booking for that day. In this example, we've set the shop to open at 10 a.m. and close at around 9 p.m. These are the hours during which customers will be able to make online bookings. However, if you do not want to accept online bookings for Monday, you can simply turn this option off. For online booking, simply click here to change the setting. In this example, it is set to call or walk-in only. This means that when customers try to make a booking online, they will see a message letting them know that they need to call the shop directly or walk in. Regarding the business hours, if you click right here, you can set the status to closed for that day. However, for now, I have left it set to open. Now, let's say your shop has the same opening hours every day of the week. In that case, you simply need to click on the copy button right here. Do you see it? Just click copy. You have the flexibility to copy these settings for the entire week, or perhaps you would prefer to limit them to Monday through Friday. If you use it every single day, simply select the Copy Every Day option and hit the Apply button. The remaining days will configure automatically, so you won't have to set each one of them individually. Alright, moving right along now. It appears that Sunday is not actually listed there. That is perfectly fine though, because we can simply add it in right here. Just go ahead and copy the entry over and place it right there. Perfect. Now both Saturday and Sunday are fully enabled for us to use. When it comes to your business hours, let's say your shop is completely closed on Mondays. You just need to click right here, select the Closed option, and then go ahead and click Save. This will set your shop to be closed on Mondays, while the rest of the days will remain open. If you want to stay open a little bit later on the weekends, you can easily set that time right here. You can set the closing time to 10 p.m. or any time that suits your business. You can also update these settings anytime if needed. We can go ahead and click the Save Changes button, but since we haven't made any changes yet, there's nothing to save right now. I'll click on the dashboard link. Now we're back on the main dashboard screen. Let's head over to the service section and start setting up the services. Right now, we don't have any services set up yet. Let's start with an example. I'll click on the Add Service button right here. For the service name, let me give you an example. Point B. Alright, I'm currently setting up a new service called Foot Reflexology Massage. For this example, let's assume that the minimum session duration for our foot massage service starts at 30 minutes. I'll set the duration to 30 minutes, just like this. Alright, and I'll go ahead and set the price to $49. Now let's take Foot Reflexology Massage as an example, where we offer both a 30-minute and a 60-minute option. We can add another option right here by simply clicking the Add Another Pricing Tier button. Since this one is set to 30 minutes, for the 60-minute session, we just enter 60 right here. Let's set the price for the 60-minute session at $99. We can also add more options, such as a 45-minute session if needed. For the category, I've selected massage, although spa is also available. It's completely up to you. For the description, we can enter something like foot reflexology, or any description you prefer. We can allow customers to pay either in advance or later. In this example, this package includes the payment feature. We can set it up so customers can pay a deposit, pay in full upfront, or choose to pay later. For this example, I'll set it to postpaid. As for the prepaid option, we'll cover that later in the advanced settings, since we'll need to set up Stripe separately. I'll set this option to postpaid for now. Next, we'll click on the Add Service button. Then, enter a short description for the service. I'll just use a simple example here. Alright, now click Add Service once again. Perfect, the service has now been added. Next, I'll click Add Service to create a second service. That's B. Okay, I'm going ahead and selecting the Thai traditional massage service. Let's just assume for this example that we are starting with a 15-minute session priced at $29. I have already gone ahead and added the second pricing tier option, which is 30 minutes for $49. That is indeed 30 minutes, correct? Now I'm going to go ahead and add yet another option for a full 60-minute session. We are going to go ahead and get it set up right here. Let's just go ahead and set this one to $99. Now let's assume that we also offer a 90-minute session, so I'm going to set the duration to exactly 90 minutes, with the total cost set at $149. Oh, my apologies. Let me quickly adjust that price back down to $99 instead. Right here, we also have the option to add a detailed description, just like this example. The description is right here for you. For the category, I would recommend selecting massage instead. As for the payment option, it's the same as before. I've set this one to postpaid, which means the customer will pay when they arrive at the shop. Once everything is ready, simply click Add Service. Now, as you can see, we have two services set up, along with the 30-minute and 1-hour time options right here. I've only set up a simple example for now to keep things easy to follow. For your own shop, you can continue adding more services as needed. For example, if we want to move traditional Thai higher up on the list, we simply click right here. See? Traditional Thai will then move up in the order. You can find it located right at the top of the page. We can sort the order however we like, just like this. Alright, now that we've finished this section, I'm going to click on the Back to Dashboard button right here. Once we return to the dashboard, the next step is to set up the staff. Do you see it? It's the staff option located right here. Let's go to the staff section. We simply click on staff right here, just like this. At the moment, we don't have any staff members added to the system yet. The first step is to add a new staff member. Do you see this button here? Add new staff. We just click on that. Now let's say I want to enter. I'm going to enter a name right here. Alright, let's go ahead and assign a name to this staff member. Alright, go ahead and input their name, nickname, and that particular staff email address. What email address should we use here? Well, let's go ahead and enter the staff email address. Whenever someone makes a new booking, the staff member will receive an email notification letting them know that a new booking request has come through. For this example, I will set it up as info@quickbooking.com.au. For this example, I'm going to type in the email address as info@quickbooking.com.au, and this will be used as the staff email address to receive booking notifications whenever a new customer request comes through. Alright, I'm currently in the process of setting this up for you and just walking through the steps one by one. For the phone number, I've entered a simple example for now. Next, we need to decide whether this staff member should be available for online booking. In other words, do we want customers to be able to book appointments with this specific person? It's very straightforward. If you do not want them to be available for booking, and what services can this staff member do? Let's say this person can perform Thai massage, so we click here. They can also do foot massage, so we select that as well. Now, if this is a new employee, and we do not want them to perform certain services yet, or they are not fully trained, we simply do not assign them to deep tissue massage. If we have a deep tissue service, it will appear as an option right here. You can simply deselect an option if you do not want them to perform that massage. For example, let's say they are not trained in foot reflexology, so I'll remove it from the list. This means customers will not be able to book that service with them. But for now, I've selected it again. Do you see? Foot reflexology is enabled. Next, let's choose which days of the week this staff member works. Let's assume that this staff member is currently marked as working. All right, so they are available for work. Let's say it is Monday and they are scheduled to work. Do you see? We are also allowing online bookings for this staff member. Now let's assume their workday starts at 10 a.m. It starts at 10 o'clock in the morning and the workday will finish at around 9 o'clock tonight. Let's look at Monday as an example. Although this may be a less common situation. Let's say they work in the morning going for a break or something and then return again in the afternoon. In that case, they may need a break, so simply click the Add Break button right here on the screen. For example, we can add a lunch break like this. For example, if we want to add a break between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m., we can easily set it here. Or, if preferred, we can simply leave it without a break. Most staff members usually take their lunch whenever they have free time, which is quite common. But if you do want to schedule a break, you can just enter the time right here. During this break time, we will not accept any bookings, so customers will not be able to make appointments during those hours. However, for now, I'm going to remove this break as an example. There we go. We can go ahead and click on a different day instead. Now, let's say this person works on Monday and Tuesday. We can simply click Copy Shift and select the days. Do you see? You can choose Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and so on. This is just an example. So now, this employee, Am or Narumon, will be scheduled to work Monday through Friday, while Saturday and Sunday will remain off. Once that process is finished, right here you also have the option to upload a profile image, which can be the employee's official photo if you like. After that, I'm going to click on the Create Staff Member button located right here. Let me go ahead and click that now. Perfect. We have successfully added one staff member. Now let me try adding another staff member to the list. Let me think. What name should I use for this one? All right, for this example, I'm leaving the email field blank and entering some sample information. Next, let's select which massage services this staff member can perform. We simply click here and choose the services. Finally, we'll select which days of the week they are available to work. Let's assume for a moment that this person is currently working. First, I need to click the Enable button. So now they are scheduled to work on Mondays, and online booking will be available from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. All right, now which days do they actually work? We can simply copy this schedule over. If I copy everything just like this, let's copy it across for 6 or 7 days, since the schedule is exactly the same. Let's say this employee does not work the same time every day. For example, we can click on Wednesday if they need to attend class. Then you simply click right here and set the time they start work in the afternoon. Let's say around 3 p.m. Do you see what I mean? We're setting the time from 3 to 9 p.m. Note, this schedule is for today only, starting at 3. For other days, we can adjust settings based on their shifts. Once done, I'll go to the Create Staff section, like this. Currently, there are 2 employees in the system. Okay, I'm going back to the business dashboard. Right now, Manage Customer is empty because we don't have any customers yet. If we had customers, we could click here. For Manage Promotion, we can click in to take a look. We can add a promotion like 10% off or whatever. So in this section, we define the name, the specific details, and determine whether the discount should be a fixed monetary amount or a percentage. Next, we establish the start and end dates, draft the terms and conditions, and finally, for the promotion code, we input the specific name we wish to utilize. How many times can it be used? As for the minimum order amount, if we want to set a minimum spending requirement, we can do that here before clicking Create Promotion. Once you click that, the promotion will be created and ready to use. But for now, let's head back to the dashboard, the business dashboard. Next, we'll move on to this section here, Payment Setting. In Payment Setting, We need to click here to select the currency as Australian dollar. Just click right here. For service charge, we do not use one in this example, but if your business does charge a service fee, you can enable it here. Currently, it is set to VAT, but in Australia, it should be GST, so we select GST right here. In Australia, the goods and services tax is 10%, so we'll go ahead and update that now. Tax include in the display price means if it's $99 an hour, the tax is already included, so you click here. In Australia, they usually require GST to be included in the price. Is there a credit card processing fee? If there is, you click here and enter the percentage, like 1.5 or 1.4, whatever it is. But after October 1st, 2026, the government may no longer allow certain charges, so we might not be able to use this option anymore. We can always come back and update it later if needed. For now, I'm going to set this option to Do Not Charge. Once that's done, simply click Save Setting. All right, I'm clicking Save Setting now. All right, I think that covers everything we needed to do. Now let's take another look at the payment section. Everything is configured exactly as we saved it. Let's go ahead and click the back button to return to the business dashboard. For the daily report, you can check how many bookings there are today, at what specific times they are scheduled, and various other details. Analytics is intended for in-depth data analysis. After you have been using the platform for a while, you can see which time slots are most popular with your customers. The system will automatically analyze that for you. Manage gift card. So, this is the gift card section, which is basically gift vouchers. I'll try clicking on it. There. Right now, we don't have any gift cards yet, because when a customer comes to buy one, we'll click here, Create Gift Card. Once you click it, there'll be an example. Let's say I enter $100. I understand. For this particular part of the process, you are going to need to enter the customer's email address. Just to show you how it works, I am going to use our example. All right, for the email address field, what we need to do is enter the email address of the customer who completed the purchase. Now, for the recipient details, who is this gift or booking for? Let's say John is buying it for someone named Sue. In that case, we enter the first name Sue and then add her last name right here. For example, we could write something like, From John, here. All right, now what about the actual message content? This is where we can enter a personal message for the recipient. I'll keep this part brief. For this option, how long would you like the gift card to be valid? We can set it for 1 year, 2 years, or any duration you prefer. Once that's done, simply click Create Gift Card, and you're all set. All right, do you understand what I mean? The digital gift card is now fully set up and ready to go. The gift card email will be sent directly to John's email address, and then John can forward it to the recipient himself. So, a digital gift card will be sent to this email address. When the customer wants to redeem it, they simply bring the email containing the unique gift card code. For example, if they have the code on their phone, we can either copy it or enter the code directly into the system when they visit the shop. When you want to use it, you simply click Redeem. Once it has been redeemed, for example, if $50 are used, the remaining balance will be shown automatically. The Redeem section will also display the redemption date, which would be today's date, along with the customer name, such as Sue in this example. The customer's email address will be set to Sue's email. We can enter it here. Although it is optional, we'll fill it in for this example. Once done, simply click the Redeem button. After using $50, there will be $50 remaining, and next time, we can just click Redeem again. This action will automatically send an email to the customer to update them on the remaining balance. This section shows the code, the original amount, how much has been used, and the remaining balance. So here we have it. This section shows the details. Right here you can see the 29th. Originally the customer purchased $100 and now there are $50 remaining. If we click on Detail, Then it will clearly show that this item was purchased for Sue Middleton from John, with all the details displayed right here. The billing history will also show that it was used today. They already went ahead and redeemed it earlier today. That's correct. So, for today's lesson, we've learned how to track when a customer redeems a gift card. That concludes the Manage Gift Cards section of our training. Now let's move on and take a closer look at the next section. The settings. Alright, let's take a look at the settings. What exactly is inside the settings? Well, it's where you manage the details. General settings is for the shop name, the address, and other such things. For this section, you can upload a photo of your shop. When customers make a booking, they'll see your shop photo displayed on the booking page, making it easier for them to recognize the location. They'll know, okay, this is the right place. To add a photo, simply click here to upload it, then click Save right here. Next, we'll move on to the Share and Embed section. I specifically designed this feature so we can copy this QR code and place it in front of the shop, or display it anywhere customers can easily scan it. You can post it on your Facebook or other social media channels so that customers can scan it to book their appointments. I have already created a template for you to use. So, let's say this is our shop name, Thai Massage Sydney. Right here is the custom message. I've written a simple example for now, but you can always go in and edit it. For example, scan here to check availability and book instantly. What is this used for exactly? This part is designed to be printed and placed on the shopfront window for customers to scan. Let's say the shop is currently closed or not open yet. Customers can simply use their mobile phones to scan this QR code and make a booking at their convenience. Or, if we are in the middle of a massage session and the door is locked, we can place this notice on the shop door so customers can scan it and book without needing assistance. So, we can modify the text here however we like, and then simply click the Generate and Print button. It will print directly from our printer, and we can place it on the shopfront window. That's really all there is to it. The custom form feature is quite simple. Now, let's move on and take a look at the prepayment option. We can choose either prepaid or full payment. Here we can choose what we want to display, such as the service price and GST estimate. We can also customize items like the credit card fee and total amount. As you can see, I currently have this set to postpaid. Right now, we have not included a credit card fee, but if we want to add one later, we can simply go back to the payment section on the dashboard and update it there. Regarding the payment required status, this will show as 0 because we're currently using postpaid billing. The service price, GST and other charges will still be displayed here for reference. Let's take a look at the estimate and total amount section. Moving on to the deposit feature, if you would like customers to pay a deposit when making a booking, this can be especially useful during busy periods, such as weekends. It helps reduce no-shows when your schedule is fully booked. You can easily enable this option, which requires customers to make a partial payment up front to confirm their appointment. So now we just click Save, and that's it. Next up is the email template. The email template is for when we send confirmation emails to customers, where we can write exactly what we want it to say. We are going to go ahead and add the text into the custom message. So, please arrive at the shop 5 to 10 minutes before your reservation time. You can write down details like where to park and so on, just like this. Once we add it, it will show up, and the customer will receive an email like this. Once the customer receives the email, they can click to add it to their Google Calendar so they won't forget. That's basically how it works. If the customer wants to cancel, they can just click here, and it will cancel in our system in real time. That's about it. If we need to enter anything, we just do it right here. You are welcome to edit and customize this however you like, then simply click the Save Template button. Personally, I am not planning on changing anything right now. Regarding Stripe settings, if you want to require prepayments or deposits, each shop must sign up for their own Stripe account and retrieve their unique secret key. Well, you need to go ahead and enter the public key right here in this field. Then click on the button that says Save Configuration. Please note that this is the couple package option. Can customers book as a couple? If yes, simply click here to enable it. If not, leave it disabled. Do you offer a couple discount? If not, there's no need to add one. Do you have couple rooms available? If so, we can add them right here. Simply enter the room name. Next, we'll move on to the notifications section. So, what types of notifications are currently available for customers? As you can see, all customer notifications are currently enabled. Suppose that whenever a new booking comes in, we send it directly over to the customer. Business notifications are sent to the shop's email. For staff notifications, when a booking comes in, we email the staff. You can click here if you want the staff to be notified as well. The booking reminder. Are you able to see it? Right here, this one. Ah, yes, I see it now. For booking reminders, we can set up notifications. For example, if a customer has a booking for next week, we can have an email sent to remind them. You can set how many days in advance you want the reminder to go out. 1 day, 2 days, it's up to you. An email will be sent to the customer to prevent them from forgetting or failing to show up. Booking alert. The booking sound alert feature lets you customize the notification sound for new bookings, or turn it off if preferred. However, we recommend keeping it enabled so staff are alerted whenever a new booking comes in. Below are the available sound options. Simply click Preview to listen to each one. Do you see it? Or if you prefer, you can simply click right here instead. Do you see how it works? As you can see, this section is the cancellation feature. If you have an audio file for cancellation messages, you can use it here, or upload your own audio file if preferred. For example, if you have a music track, you can upload it right here as well. Once you've finished making changes, simply click the Save Settings button. Alright, that part is now finished. Let's go ahead and return to the main settings menu. Earlier, we were looking at the Notification Subscription section, which is where we manage our subscriptions, essentially, the subscription settings. This is the exact subscription plan that we originally signed up for right from the very beginning. Now, if you take a look at the payment section, it will clearly display the specific credit card that I personally used to process the payment. You are going to be required to provide a valid credit card in order to complete the initial activation process for this account. And as for the billing history section, that is where you will find all of the records. To be precise, we actually started this on the 28th. It shows as paid because we had to activate the system, but as you can see, no charges have been applied yet. Once payments begin, you'll be able to download your invoices right here. However, I want to emphasize that this is one of the core features of our system. We created these walk-in settings because we experienced the same frustrating pain points ourselves. It's just like in the early days when we first started using this system. We ran into quite a number of problems ourselves. Why exactly do we need to have walk-ins feature? It causes so many problems whenever customers just walk in without an appointment. While we're talking to them, and let's say once they've chosen what kind of massage they want, but we haven't entered it into the system yet. Meanwhile, an online customer may be outside the shop trying to complete a booking. The moment they confirm their reservation, they walk straight through the door, and suddenly they are competing for availability with the walk-in customers already at the shop. If we don't have a sufficient number of staff members on hand for their visit, those customers who booked online will start complaining, insisting, "But you sent me a confirmation." That is precisely the reason why we have developed this new feature, our walk-in settings. For timer duration, let me explain how this works with an example. In actual day-to-day use, we have this walk-in button right here on the screen. So, whenever a walk-in customer arrives at the shop, we ask the staff member to press the walk-in button immediately to register that customer in the system. As soon as the staff presses the walk-in button, the timer will begin running automatically. We can easily configure the system so that your customers are unable to book within the next 15 minutes, an hour and a half, or any other time frame you might prefer. But for this specific feature, once you press the timer, the walk-in timer, it will immediately start a 5-minute countdown. If we do not take any action, the system will pop up and ask whether the walk-in timer should continue or not. If you choose to cancel it, online customers will be able to book as normal again. For this example, I'll set the timer to around 5 minutes. Now let's look at the walk-in buffer duration. Let's say that when we click walk-in, we temporarily do not want customers to make bookings. For example, at my shop right now, because our maximum massage duration is 90 minutes, I'm going to set this to 90 minutes for you. Essentially, once we select the walk-in option, customers will not be able to make a booking within the next 90 minutes from the current time. Alright, I've now set that to 90 minutes. Next, let's move on to the advanced booking buffer setting. The advanced booking buffer is always active. For instance, if the current time is 1 p.m. and you prefer that customers do not make any bookings between 1 p.m. and 1:15 p.m., you would simply configure this setting to 15 minutes. Because the current time is 1 p.m., we add 15 minutes, but if we don't want customers to book within 5 minutes. Let's say it is currently 1 p.m. and you do not want customers to book and walk in immediately. In that case, you would use this option. However, if you are happy for customers to book and arrive straight away, you can choose 0 minute. This is called the advanced booking buffer. It prevents customers from booking too close to the current time. For example, within the next 15 or 30 minutes, depending on what you set here. You can adjust the time based on your preference. Please note that the 60-minute time slot is available only by advance booking. We've set up a 15-minute buffer, which I believe works best for our shop. To be honest, even a 10-minute buffer would probably be enough in most cases. This helps prevent customers from booking and arriving immediately, which could create conflicts with walk-in clients or staff availability. That's it. The setup is now complete, and all settings have been finalized. Everything is now configured and the settings have been finalized. We're ready to move forward and begin the next phase of the process.